in terms of identity, and I get you're the commander, so in theory you have no identity, but you still are carrying the pseudo same brand with you, the same color scheme and whatnot. This is not at all that identity in the slightest.
It's
so
not
you
good.
fucking failed.
Yeah,
right.
big time.
Yeah.
Why the black alternate? For them.
Dude, right. Because 2002. Everybody gets a black alternate.
I don't understand.
Yeah, dude.
This isn't a good look. None of it is good. And then on top of that, you've put the numbers on the helmet, which we've talked ad nauseum. Not good. Don't ever do.
College.
Yeah. Don't. So actually, we both have ranked these.
Yes.
And both of us ranked these as number 13.
Dead last.
So that tells you something.
The cheekiest of the cheeks.
This is going to switch, I think, yeah. I don't want to keep jumping around like that, but here's number 12 for both of us as well. What the hell, man?
Dude, so this is, for me, I equate these Saints much like I equate the Eagles. I don't think, it's kind of like, just to quickly encapsulize like what we talked about on Grease Pole, like the Birds don't have an iconic helmet, but they have an identity with their helmet. Mm-hmm. I view the Saints the same way. The gold is the same to them as the green is for us.
Right.
And I think that when you take that gold helmet away from the Saints, they cease to be the Saints.
Yes.
I understand black is in your color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean the helmet should be black.
No.
That does not. Like this, and what the hell with the stripe? That looks like a tire that drove through a dirt road.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is awful. And I don't love the Saints shit traditionally anyway, but I do love their helmets. I think the fleur-de-lis looks good. Like, they have good helmets.
Yeah.
Not this.
I was going to say, like, the helmet is the one thing that they've never really gotten wrong.
Right.
Like, it's the one thing that I can count on to go, cool, I like that.
Yeah, dude. Even when they were awful for years and wore bags over their heads, like, they had cool... Like, this is... I didn't even see this one until like this morning, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I think this was like a couple weeks ago. A couple of these were slow leaks, and this one happened a little while ago.
Dude, this is her. Again, when you're only better than the fucking Commanders, this is bad. Dude.
This is bad,
awful.
Like, I want to give credit for doing, like, not just all black, but I think they may have been better as just all black.
They would have been better, dude, for sure. I think if you would have done all black and made the cage gold, I think then you have something. But I've noticed a lot of these black helmets, like the theme, because it's we're gonna go black. We're doing the whole thing. Like they all have black cages except for one that I can think of, and I think that is the one part of that helmet I actually like, which we'll get to. But I think if you make the cage gold, it at least gives it some pop. This stripe is just a fucking failure, dude.
Yeah. So I think I need to do this in between each one so I can switch.
They feel thrown together and lazy.
Yeah.
They really do.
So let's go with your 11, because I think this encapsulates your point pretty well. The Carolina Panthers have gone all black. Man, this is another one where, like, the helmet color has never been a problem.
Right.
The silver was always the cool part.
Yes.
About seeing the silver Panthers helmet was always the cool part about the Panthers.
Yeah. And you, I mean, like, for them, like, the black makes sense because you have a black jersey, but it doesn't need to be done. You can barely see the Panther on there. You can barely see the logo. And this is another instance, like, okay, if you add a blue cage, maybe it adds a little sizzle to it, but this makes the Panthers look very lazy to me from head to toe. It doesn't look good because you're more than likely... I don't know what would be worse. If you're going to go with the silver pant with this, then it's like, okay, then the silver top makes sense, the silver shell. But if you go black, all black head to toe, it looks too much like a gimmick. So you kind of box yourself into where you're going to look like shit regardless. Yeah. I can't honestly imagine that anybody would like these, but I'm sure somebody does.
Somebody must,
because it's the day and age in which we live.
Yeah, I mean,
my main gripe is you can't see the Panther.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that this would necessarily be better, but I kind of would like to see like blue, like go with the blue.
Yeah. That's a good point, dude, because they have the blue alternate jerseys, and those I think look fucking cool. The Carolina, like they're not awesome, but they look cool.
Yeah.
You wear a blue helmet with that, suddenly you're kind of giving a tip of the cap to the Tar Heels too.
Yeah.
That's a good point, dude.
But we had to go all black helmet.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, I guess.
If one person jumps off a bridge, we all jump.
All right, so we'll go with my number 11, which obviously differs from yours because vacuum. If I just saw this as a helmet, it would probably be higher on my
For
list.
For sure.
But knowing it's the birds, knowing there's no green in sight,
dude. Yeah.
I can't.
Dude,
maybe I'm being harsh at 11. Maybe. But I need some green, man.
Bro, so that's I don't think aesthetically it's unattractive. It's gross. It's like we said about the Saints and the gold helmet. The green is part of the bird's identity. It's not an iconic helmet, but it's what it is when you see it. If you're gonna go black helmet, you gotta outline the wing in green. There's gotta be some green up there. There has to be. Even the fucking Saints, the fleur-de-lis that's normally black, if I'm not mistaken, on the Saints helmet, they made that gold.
Yeah.
Where's the green here?
None.
Like,
just abandoned, just thrown away.
That
just
black,
lazy.
Yeah, that black stripe that's got like where the silver case is in on the wing. That to me should be green.
At the very least.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you do that, then you've got some pop there, and I think you're on to something. Yeah. Because you know what the black jerseys have? The green outline.
Yeah. What do we know?
Yep, I know.
What do we know?
Remember.
So, my 10 is the New York Jets. Again, just boo. I mean, at least they've got the green cage, which gave it some brownie points.
Saving grace, dude.
At least they left the logo in green. There's the green, which is like the greatest part. Like, you took away the one thing I love about your uniform.
Right. No, exactly, dude. And I mean, the Jets did the smart thing there. Whoa, excuse me. I think that's the one thing that's in it. Again, we're razor thin margin here. Mm-hmm. That's why I have this higher, though. And it's not, I don't remember exactly where I ranked it, but I mean, we're not talking top 5 here. I have it a little higher because for me, the tiebreaker and all the black alternates we got dumped on us was this one. They gave it a green cage. And so it was like, okay, like as I'm looking through these, ours, like the wing needs to be outlined in green. The Panthers, like, let's give it a blue cage. Let's do all these. And I'm seeing all this stuff with it being straight black. And with this, I'm like, you know what? At least they gave it a green cage. There's some, I don't like it, but there's at least a pulse of life there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's switch to your.
We're going to get 13 things dumped on us.
Yeah.
I wish I liked more. This doesn't happen in the NFL, dude.
No.
It just doesn't.
No. Your number 10, the Houston Texans.
Cheeks.
I'm surprised that they're not lower on mine, but they're coming up soon. Yeah. I think literally the only reason they're higher is because it's not a black alternate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, look, the shade of red looks good. I hate that stupid logo.
It's stupid.
I mean, you could be like, you're an Eagles fan, you hate it, and maybe, yes, but we get it. Houston Texans.
It's in the name already.
It's a horrible team name. You put a cow steer head with the state flag in it. Understood.
Yeah.
We get it.
And now, like, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I don't have a good vision of the Texans' normal helmets in my head, but isn't this, like, further back than usual? This logo?
Yes, which makes it
even worse.
Weirder. That's the first impression, or the first thought I had when I looked at it. I was like,
this is off kilter. What's going on
here?
Yeah,
I was like, is this like a mock-up? But then I'm like, no.
No, this is what they went with.
Why are they so off-center?
Again, color scheme never was the problem with the Texans' helmets. It's just not good.
Yeah, and there's stuff. Like, I think when the Texans first came out, they kind of had cool stuff. Yeah. They weren't great, but it was, I mean, look, it was early 2002, and it was a team that wasn't wearing black. So it was okay. Their alternate was red. Ooh. And it's like, okay, so it makes sense here. But the Texans just don't do it. Don't do it for me. They just don't. I do give them credit, like you said, it's not black. But it's also like, it's the laziest thing it could be, other than it not being black.
Yeah.
You know.
So both of our number 9s have already been covered. My number 9 was the Panthers.
Okay.
And your number 9 was the Jets.
There we go.
Let's see.
Black on black
and
on black.
My 8 was the Texans.
Okay.
So let's move on to I wish I could control the order of these better. The Dallas Cowboys. As far as I can tell, they brought the throwbacks back for just the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Again, there's not a lot of things I want to give credit to the Dallas Cowboys for, but their helmet is elite. Like, it is such a great helmet. It's like one of the few things that they do right. This
You're
thing
not
is
wrong.
this
It killed me to not put them in last.
This is only 8 because there's so much terrible crap
Cheeks. Yeah, dude. Just
that came out
junk.
at the same time.
I know, dude. I mean, look, man, I like these as a Thanksgiving tradition. I've always thought that was kind of cool that Dallas does that. I know our guy Clark hates the Thanksgiving unis. And I mean, you know, if you're a Cowboys fan, you have more of a horse in the race than me because I fucking hate your team. But yeah, dude, I don't have a problem with these other than the team they represent.
Right. So,
like, this is the part in the countdown where I'm like, I'm reaching if I find shit to completely shit on. Doesn't mean I love them.
yeah.
But I will point out it's the Cowboys. So gross.
All right. So, let's see. Who are we going to come across first? I feel like it's just random. Okay.
Right?
We're coming across mine first. The Chicago Bears.
Hey.
Look, I love an orange helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I think technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with this. But
I like this a lot.
But I think my biggest thing is they released it with gear as well, and they've gone like all orange. And I think that drags it down a great deal for me.
See, I know they wore the orange jerseys back in the day, but they were with their traditional hats. I don't like the orange jersey at all. It's ugly, to be blunt. I like this, though. I don't love it, but I like it. It's weird because they're a team where their cage being the same color as their helmet works for them. You know, so this is the best way, unless you go orange cage. This is the best way to add a little pop to the helmet with that. And the Bears are a traditional franchise. Like, we don't think of them that way. A lot of people now, like this generation, like the Bears they're one of the tent poles of the NFL in terms of, you know, historical length they've been around. Same with Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, this is big for them to take a step out like this. I mean, the orange jerseys were like, whoa. And then they realized, I think, like, these are kind of a disaster. Let's keep those tucked away.
Until we bring out this orange helmet.
Yeah.
And we'll rock all orange.
Let's be pumpkins.
Yeah,
dude.
Like I said, I think theoretically I love this helmet because I love orange.
Yes.
But I think just knowing that it's the Bears is what's holding it back.
Yeah. So. And if it comes equipped with orange, you had to go up with the knobs and adjust. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yes. All right, your number 7 is the Cincinnati Bengals.
So I like these. I like these. I think these will go well with the white Bengal, the alternates they have, and it makes sense. You also have white tigers. So from an aesthetic standpoint, like, it makes sense. I get it. We just talked on Grease Pole about the Eagles and the Bengals helmets kind of being a little costumey. Like, hey, we have a wing on our helmet. Hey, we have stripes.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little, but I think they work. I think they work. And for years when the Bengals wore the white, like, tiger get-ups, like, I like those jerseys. I do. But it always did look kind of weird with the orange helmet. Like, this is nice. And they've got, I think it's the last name on those are outlined in orange. So you still have, you've got a little color in there. You know what I mean? It doesn't get bland. So I like these.
You know what's funny is this B, the Bengals logo.
Yep.
Normally I would criticize this.
Yeah.
Because but they've made it small. And they've included the orange.
Yep.
So it's not a distractor. therefore not a detractor.
Yes. I like it there on the helmet. That being their thing at the middle of the field on the 50-yard line. Cheeks. I hate when teams do that. Like yeah. For Bengals.
Oh.
Understood.
Yes.
We get it. And it's like, we're going to put the stripes inside the B to remind you we're the Bengals. Like, okay, we get it. It looked better when you had the leaping tiger. I like that logo when they had like the Jeff Blake, the Darnay Scott, Carl Pickens years. That logo was cool. Achilles Smith.
Oh, Jesus. Bum. Oh, my God.
This is because I have an idea of... Okay, that's right. That's right.
At number 5, you have the Arizona Cardinals.
I like these a lot. I do. And they make a lot. Now, again, for me, the Cardinals are kind of weird because I like... Their helmets look great.
Oh, yeah.
White makes sense for them, but I almost think a red here. If you figure... I mean, you can outline, obviously, the Cardinal in black and figure out a way to separate it. To me, a red for a Cardinals helmet makes sense. But I'm not complaining. I like the black makes sense here. It does. Again, am I annoying and obnoxious if I go, hey, red cage? You know? But I like this. I like this one.
So this ranks higher on my list, and we'll come across it here. I'm not sure how much further up it is. But it ranks higher on my list. I couldn't get closer to show you. But there's like red specks in this helmet. Which
That's
I thought is
cool.
It's just a neat touch. You didn't go just, okay, here's just a black helmet. Boring.
Yeah.
No, we kept some red in here, and it's nice. Again, like pop some red on that cage, maybe.
Yeah. The other thing I'm looking at, that's the old style Cardinal.
Yeah.
Huh. I just realized that. That's interesting. So they're going back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I just realized that just sitting here just now.
Let's see.
Because the new Cardinal's a little more tilted forward, like he's ready to attack.
Yeah. All right. So at 4, I had the Cardinals.
Okay.
So we were right around each other. 4, you had the Bears.
Okay.
All right. Here's the next time we are in step. So let me switch back here. Bum, 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 bum,
Okay,
bum, bum,
I know where we're at now.
Yeah, they have gone back to. Does he have a name? The
Patriot Pat or Pat Patriot. One of the two.
There we go. It's time.
Yeah, dude.
It's time, and I like. Again, we talk about modernizing. The uniform is the one that they've been rocking. They just put the color scheme of the old stuff on there.
Right.
I'm in. I like it.
Yeah.
The helmet looks clean. Like It's funny because when they were wearing those, like they were a joke.
Nobody cared. Yeah, it wasn't like, we love these uniforms, though.
Yeah.
And then you took them away, and it's like,
yeah,
how dare you?
Yeah. But, like, seeing it now, it's like, you know what? I like that. That looks cool. I'm in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is just because it's surrounded by so much just awful that is making it jump up to number 3.
Yeah. That's what for me. It's like we're gonna, as we get to 2 and 1 too. You'll notice like it. Classics are a classic for a reason, and I think a lot of times teams tend to outthink these things. And if you're New England, like you kind of been wearing these for years anyway, but no Patriots fan's gonna be mad the Sundays when their team wears this shit.
No.
None of them. Like, it's probably like, no, we'll just fuck it, wear it all the time.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, dude. Like, they're cool looking.
Yeah.
Nobody appreciated them at the time, but early 90s, nobody was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
They look awesome. But, I mean, they look fucking cool, dude.
All right, so our 2 and 1s we have swapped. So at number 2, I have the Atlanta Falcons dusting off the red helmets.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The
This
Barkowskis.
is such a beautiful helmet.
It is, dude.
With the gray cage.
Yes.
The black stripe outlined in white. It's a good look.
I love the old school style Falcon too. And as we found out on Grease Poll several months ago, the three of us, I just found out that the Falcon, the thing on the Falcon's helmet in this iteration and the new one was actually a Falcon. I just thought it was a shape. When I was a kid and they grew up rocking these, the Jamal Andersons, like I didn't know what that was. I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I had no idea. But it's cool. I get embarrassed and insecure every time I see it, but I like it. It's those are, I mean, dude, Tommy Nobis, that's the original Falcon shit. These look good.
Riggs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Craig
like
Ironhead Hayward.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I wish they would go back to these full time in a way, dude. These look, even the black version of this.
Well, you think about black alternates, and one of the first teams to do it was the Falcons.
Yep.
Only it wasn't an alternate for them. They just swapped to all black.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like, oh, let's cop that. Like,
yep.
like okay.
Yeah.
Like I never had a problem with the Falcons doing it just because they were the first, and it looked fine.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is different, man. This is just such a clean look.
Yeah, dude. I think the best version is like the black jersey with this looks good too, but I think the best Falcons look is honestly when you have this and you've got the red jersey with the silver pant.
Oh, man.
I think that's the best Falcons look, dude. That shit looks good, man. So I'll be curious to see what they do when they wear these.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my 2, your number 1. And then, look.
It was such a toss-up, though, dude.
Your 2, my 1. And I'll tell you why it's my number 1. The New York Football Giants, going back to the throwbacks, to the Sims, to the Hostetlers, it brought me back to those Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
It brought me back to when I cared about football.
Right.
It brought me back to when I was a kid. And, like, not just the helmets. They're doing the whole throwback look.
Yes.
We've talked ad nauseum on this pod about you can't call yourselves Big Blue and have no blue. You can't be Big Blue and rock red.
White and red jerseys.
It doesn't
gray
make
pants.
sense.
Yeah.
This is just such a... I don't want to call it like underrated or anything. It's nothing like that. But this is just such a clean look.
It's very classic. It's very basic if you look at it purely aesthetically, but it's very classic, dude. Like, I think the NY was cool when they first brought it back out, because then that was like a throwback. They're like, oh, cool, we're going back to the White Tittle years and Sam Huff and shit. Now it's everything's cyclical, dude. And now the Giants spelled out is that, like, I always thought this version looked cooler personally. And look, I fucking hate the Giants.
Yeah.
They're in my division. I can't stand them. The only team I hate more than them is the Cowboys. But this shit, when I saw the video and like the promo they came out with Lawrence Taylor, like,
which I wish they wouldn't have put him in it, but whatever.
Agreed. Like, couldn't you? I don't know. Mark Bavaro, maybe.
Anybody who's not a piece of shit.
Yeah, Gary
cool.
Reasons. Anybody. But like, okay, that was fucking cool. And seeing the font on the back, the nameplate, the Saquon Barkley's name was it. They look good, dude.
Yeah.
These look good. This is I if I were a Giants fan, like me with the Kelly Greens, I would be fucking dying to go back to this full time.
When I say that, we know that how much I've been on the fence on getting back into football.
Yep.
And the Browns were that team that had me almost there, which we know what they've done.
Yeah. Yeah.
This might do it.
Dude.
This is exciting to me. And I know that, they only get to wear them 3 times. But the fact that it's back on the radar is almost enough for me to purchase a jersey just in hopes that I can help tell them, hey, do this.
This is what we want. Yeah, dude. This every Sunday would look. I mean, even the whites, like, these look fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
these look good. I hate how good these look. Like,
because they're simple. But
yeah,
you notice the Giants didn't go. You know what? We're bringing the classics back in 2023.
I know. We'll make you wait one more year, and you're like, oh, but here's a black helmet you could buy. Like, fuck you.
Jerks.
Fuck you.
Just doing it all wrong.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, you grew up a Giants fan too.
Yeah.
You're from New York. Like, I mean, it would make sense, man. It would make sense.
I'd hate to jump back into a division rivalry with you, but I mean, at least it would be, I'm a Devs fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Mets fan.
Yep.
So, like, having New York-centric teams, because it is weird that I'm a Suns fan.
Well, but everybody, I mean, dude, I'm Philly across the board, and I'm a Timbers fan.
Yeah.
So, we did that on